Ironmouse leaves VShojo. The biggest drama in VTuber history just happened.
I am leaving VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And
Again, why does this happen again? These VTuber agencies, they're so stupid and insane. They have money printing machines called VTubers that they effectively have in generational debt because of how their contracts work. And they just keep losing them one after another because they do the stupidest decisions imaginable. Like, they could be living green, doing nothing, just mooching off of people like Ironmouse. But instead, they choose to be completely delusional and stupid about all of the decisions they make. It's insanity.
most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I know that this is a lot, and
Ouch.
it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but
That is insane. What kind of scumbag do you need to be to steal from a charity? Okay?
unfortunately, right now, I have been instructed by
OTK. The answer is OTK.
my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
Well, not really, but you get my point. Wink, wink, if you know what's happening.
So one day I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming,
Oh, that's sad and insanely sad.
and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately,
That's a normal thing to want. That's something what everyone probably wants.
I was too scared to stream with my face. So, a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream, and that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it
How many subs does she have now? Like 4 million almost? Well, there we go. Took a while, but there we go.
seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo.
This is probably a good story in the sense of do what you love and well, you're gonna see results sooner or later. Later, lol. In any case, this is good. Good for her.
And it was through VShojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today.
Though, admittedly, again, like joining some kind of VShojo, definitely a mistake in hindsight. I think she obviously agrees.
When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why
Oh, sad.
streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling
Damn.
to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving.
It's understandable. If she explains, well, goes into too many details, they probably will try to go after her. Admittedly, at this point, though, will they really try to go after her so much? She has money. It's not like she's an easy target at this point. Uh, one of the most popular VTubers in the world, easily. And yeah, you probably don't want that as an enemy, as especially if you represent VTubers. So, but they definitely would try to sue her or something like that.
But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order.
As long as you make money for the company, you're important, but don't expect too much, okay? They're gonna still push you aside any moment it's necessary for them, okay? Never buy into this crap of, oh, we're a family here, okay? People who say that, God help you, because they are trying to abuse you from day goddamn one.
For the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for every.
That was probably the intent. Yeah, that was probably the intent, to guilt tripping you into signing something that you didn't want to. This is how these people work. They're kind of fucking evil.
Everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike, and I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me. And
I would say that's probably what they ironically told her. If you leave, people are going to suffer because of your actions. I can see these people being that twisted and evil easily.
I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. They
Makes
promptly
sense.
sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers.
Oh, I get it. She tried to take over her finance from VShojo, and she probably has an accountant. And she said, "Hey, I did like these things for charity, and that's a write-off. And there's nothing wrong with using it. Using the opportunities given to you by it being registered as a write-off if you can." And then they probably didn't find that payment. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. This is just blatantly, by the way, illegal. This is theft.
And breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately.
Oh, she's crying, damn it.
So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now...
This is what I, by the way, say about everything constantly, okay? You need to be able to manage your own finances. It's not that goddamn hard, okay? Just simply how much goes in and how much goes out is very important for everyone. This is why I have been saying for years, there is no way. For example, all of these big streamers, big personalities that have their own companies, which are, by the way, completely fucking fake. The companies are real though, but they're not actually like deciding anything. Like Pokimane, Asmongold, all these people. Wait, does Asmongold even have anything anymore, or was he just fucking kicked from everything? Doesn't matter. At one point, he had stakes and stuff. But yeah, Pokimane, Asmongold, Doctor Disrespect, all of these scumbags. There's probably people stealing from them. There is no fucking way these people, because all of these people have people who do things with their money. Okay? It is the easiest thing in the world to steal from rich people if they don't give a shit what's happening with their money. Okay? It is just, I can't tell you how. And by the way, this is rich idiots. I'm talking about rich idiots. All these people I named are complete fucking dipshit morons. This stuff happens even in smaller companies. I personally know, what is it, like fucking 5 different stories where someone owns a smaller company. You know, it's not $1 million company. It's something that, you know, makes a pure profit off of like 20K a year, and the CEO is the owner, and it's a decent living. It's a very decent living. And 5 years down the line, they find out that that the person keeping the books was constantly just stealing from them. And these people are smarter, okay? They actually look at the things, but they get still stolen from, and this is very common, okay? It, if you're an accountant for someone, you you probably understand what I'm saying when I say it's super easy to fucking steal money from someone, especially if they don't understand fully what's happening with finances. I mean, how many people here are watching have ever heard the term actives and passives in a finance sense? Probably no one. Yeah, and that shit is actually complicated. Okay, to figure out where goes what. There's a lot of things that go on with that stuff. So yeah, the moment you actually get someone else to look at the bookings and whatnot, you instantaneously can figure out, oh shit, someone stole from it. And you know what's the best part? Usually there's nothing you can do about it because you're the dipshit who signed your own goddamn check for. I'm not, by the way, talking about Ironmouse in this case. In this case, I believe it is 100% different because she said, I want this money to go to a charity. This is why she is going to win this, by the way. Because if she said, I want this money to go to charity, or I want this or that, if she didn't sign anything, it's fine. But all of these small companies, they can't do anything with the people doing their finances because they probably signed it, okay? They probably got taken advantage of. They finally figured out, wait a minute, this person's stealing from me. And they couldn't do anything. It's crazy.
I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right
Smart.
now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a
Good.
loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity.
Hmm.
That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay.
Okay, that is insane. Well, I mean, this is probably not gonna be even the last story. Every person who is part of VShojo probably is currently now looking if they got stolen from, because if they steal from one person, they're gonna probably steal from another person. Especially if we're talking about being successful in stealing close to millions. That is insane. Anyway, that was Ironmouse. Bye.